Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Akuban Nights. Alright, you guys have arrived here in Pike's Point. You're just fresh off the boat. The sailors are pushing past you. The townsfolk are a little bit more lively than they were in Aldir. You find your way down the docks, and I would like everyone to make me a perception check at this point.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Perception checks all around, party.
18. Oh, that's awful.
22, 16. All right. So, you guys are walking along the docks. A lot of people, as I said, a lot of jostling around. When Bud, you notice that one of these people that was like jostling into Sarah also happened to bump her wrist in such a way to pull off a couple of the bracelets she's carrying on her left arm without her noticing, and is sort of like quickly moving through the crowd down the dock.
I instantly pummel him like a wild berserker.
Holy
I
shit.
will lash at him with my fist.
All right. I want you to catch up to him first, right? Because you see this thing and all of a sudden it's in front of you. So this guy's running through the crowd trying to put them behind you. I want you to make me an opposed dex check.
Thief! I scream.
People's heads pop up and start looking around. You call thief. Give me a dex check to see if you can chase him between these people as he tries to bolt from you. 24 is very good. He throws one person behind him, throws another person behind him. You manage to make your way over them. He even knocks over a barrel. You hop over it. He's running down the dock, making a little bit better time than you because he's just so much smaller and lighter. But your calls for thief have attracted attention, and one of the guards is going to make an attack with the back of a spear, like a baseball bat, against the running thief. With a hit for 5 damage. So much for non-lethal. Stunning the thief to the point where you can catch up to him.
Great.
Maya is going to also give chase as well.
Sure. So Budarios catches up to this guy as the guard is standing over him with the spear pointed down. He looks up at you and says, "This the one?"
I nod, and I pick him up by the throat. You have something that belongs to my sister. And I start to squeeze. Give it back now.
You can hear the jingling of gold on stone as he just lets them fall from his hand.
I pick them up. I put them back on my wrist.
The guard comes over, gives you an approving nod, and grabs the guy by his collar and says, "We got a special place for thieves. I hope you don't need both of your hands." And begins to drag the person away.
I would say the matter is closed if he apologizes for his wrongdoings to my sister.
It's not up to you, buddy. Law's the law. And right now, thieves are getting their hands cut off. And then he perks up a little bit more and says loudly for all to hear, "Let that be a lesson to any potential thief in the whereabouts."
I'm going to look around and see if I can see anybody looking particularly perturbed by this. Has he got any accomplices?
There seems to be a slightly younger person. This girl is maybe, I don't know, early 20s, and there seems to be a younger boy, maybe late teens or something, down the dock a little ways, kind of watching after with a worried look on his face.
I would like to sort of like tap the other two and just be like, "I'll catch up with you later." And then I would like to sort of like just idle my way down the docks towards them without being noticed. Just very kind of like just yeah.
Sure. There's all sorts of stuff going on here. There's ships being unloaded. There's wares being sold. It's a lively place, so you can easily look distracted with all the things until you're near the kid and he's still watching the guard dragging his friend, sister, who knows, down the dock as you arrive at the kid.
Right. And yeah, I'm just going to sort of like observe for a little while and just try and figure out what they're doing right now. So you said there's two of them or just one?
There's two of them. One's been caught. The other seems to be associated with her and just like watching.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case, if there's only one of them, I will. I will sort of like just sort of go up behind him and just go. It was an amateur mistake, wasn't it?
What? Huh?
You know, getting caught like that. You never fumble the grab like
yeah.
that.
Thievery's bad.
It's bad if you get caught.
Uh-huh.
So,
They cut your hand off for that thing.
indeed, yes. Is it really worth it for a couple of bracelets? I don't think so.
He makes a throaty sound of discontent.
So, how long have you been doing this for, then?
I haven't been caught stealing anything. And
You're better than her, then.
He looks very uncomfortable under this intense and very
I'm just
direct
sort of put my hand on his
interrogation.
shoulder and be like, we are in a similar line of business, my friend, don't worry.
It clicks in his brain, and he goes, "Oh, oh yes, a few months now."
Oh, my sweet summer child. So, are there many of us here? I'm assuming with the war and things, life has gotten a little more difficult.
He nods. Yeah. That's my sister, he says, pointing to the girl being dragged away.
How fast does justice move here? Will she be, immediately,
He nods.
inconvenienced? I don't think there's anything I can do to help. Do you? Do you think there's anything we can do?
I could bite him. I could
Probably.
bite his hand, and he'd probably let her go.
Do you think your sister would want you to get killed on her behalf?
No.
No. I don't think there's any way I can help. I wish there was.
He's
Where do they do the...
town square, middle of town.
Oh,
He says, and he
public, very
kind of
public.
grabs you by the sleeve and starts tugging you in that direction to keep eyes on them as they walk through the crowd.
I will go with him. I will go with him.
Sure.
Basically, I'll keep an eye out and see if I can see any opportunity to perhaps help this girl. But
Okay. All right, we'll keep that on the burner for now. What are the other two
this
doing?
is a side mission. It might be useful.
What are the other two of you doing at this site?
Well, is there a crowd forming that is like walking towards that place, or?
No,
Are
most
people
of the people on
just
the
getting
dock are like, whatever. This is how things are now. You would know that this is not the typical way things are done in your kingdom. Your father would never have approved of chopping people's hands off for stealing. That seems to be some sort of new enforcement as of late.
Well, I
Yeah.
think I would just go to one of the market stalls, maybe buy some fruit or something.
Sure.
And, like start a little chit chat with the merchant and say, "Oh, like somebody actually just try to like rob me on the street," you know.
Sweetie, tell me about it. They are robbing me blind, left and right. Thieves in this town are getting out of hand. It's about time someone does something about it.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I've only just arrived here. This is my first day. Can you imagine? I already like regret even coming here, and looks like such a lovely place.
Well, the docks are the worst spot. Once you get in town, there's a little less money and a little less crime. And you
I live-
are, she says,
Yeah.
like pointing at the jewelry, like you are wearing, things of value. You're sort of asking for it, sweetie.
I guess.
Wow, victim blaming.
who's in? And I lean over a little bit and I say, well, who's in charge of justice in this city?
Well, I can tell you it sure isn't the Shazaran family anymore. They've all been run out of here. You know, this Pike's Point was originally overtaken when war was declared by the Shazaran. They had the numbers, and God, it was a bloodbath. It was pretty bad. And then the naval blockade came in, and all the food flow stopped. And you know, Pike's Point, there's not a lot of room for farms or villages or fields out there. We're reliant on trade to even eat. We don't get food imported from Aldir or Abenkai or something. We'll just starve. So a week later, the Shazaran stood down. Gildarans and Tezrahans moved in, arrested them all, locked them up, and we've been under martial law ever since.
Well, who's in charge of the city now these days? Who's the mayor?
I think the Tezrohan family representative is sort of in charge here. What's their name? She puzzles for a moment. It's some woman. Some fancy-ass woman in red and purple gowns or robes or whatever. Middle-aged, 40, 30, 35? You know, old. This, if you can't pick it up already, she's young. She's the market stall woman here is like 19, 20, 21.
Did you just call 40 old?
She called 35 middle aged.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Fucking kids, man.
And what about the guards? Why don't they have everything in check?
What do you mean?
I mean, if my brother hadn't chased down that thief, I don't think they would have done anything about it.
She shrugs. I got nothing, Why don't the guards do a better job? Why does crime exist? Why do the gods even allow crime? Huh? Why not just make people that are good? Really? It's Martha's fault for making them that way.
Well, I got nothing. I got nothing. I'm just gonna shrug.
Yeah.
And I guess I pay a few copper for whatever fruit I'm buying.
Cabbages. Yeah, you bought some cabbage.
Wonderful. I'm lugging a one kilo cabbage through the city in case I gotta throw it. Okay, you never know.
And Badarius, do you have any input on? Do you have anything you're doing here?
While Sarah was talking to the woman, I think I gave her a look, and like a hand motion, I'll be back, and I left her. And I wanted to catch up to the guard that was walking away with the thief.
Yeah, you can catch up to that guard. He's dragging her down the streets. He stops when he sees you approaching and goes, "You again?"
Well, I just wanted to know if there is I just arrived in the city. Just wanted to know if there's anything I can do for the guards. I don't have a job. I have some spare coins. I don't know how long they will treat me. But I could use some work.
Sure. You look like a strong man. Follow me. I'm headed to the Office of Justice these days. And he'll lead you through the streets, being followed by Maya and the young boy with her, and then eventually by Sarah behind them. The whole party makes your way to the center of town, where there's a small crowd gathered around a platform that has been erected, and there's a little booth nearby with some officials and a bunch of prisoners kind of tied up with just rope to a post. And the guard is marking off names and asking questions, and this guard arrives with the fresh prisoner and hands her over and explains what happened. Points to Bud, being like, "This guy saw it, right, buddy? She stole that woman's jewels, huh?"
Yes, he did.
Yep. And they tie her up to the rest of the group, and the guard then says, "Also, this big fellow here, he's looking for mercenary work. Look at him. He could probably lift a horse. Be useful." And the person flips over a page on his clipboard. He's like, "All right, mercenaries, huh? What's your specialty, buddy?" And he starts grilling you on all things mercenary related, while Maya spots an opportunity. This woman has just been tied up to a pack of other prisoners, and the guard has walked away. She's certainly within sight of the other prisoners, but not of any guards as of yet. Not at this moment.
And would I be able to stealthily move over to her in the crowd kind of thing?
Yeah, I mean, a crowd is a great form of stealth. There's all sorts of people, and there's jostling and pushing, and while people might see you, you could be going anywhere, you know?
In that case, I'm going to say to the kid, I'm just going to be like, if anything happens, create a distraction, okay? And you'll owe me one for this if it works.
He nods.
Okay, and I'm going to sort of drift over, try and sort of like get fairly sort of like just basically sort of like just drift over and try and quietly cut her bonds without anybody noticing.
I'm gonna need you to give me. I want you to give me a pickpockets check. That's the one.
Okay.
So I also need you can make it at +2 or at +4. A pickpockets check at +4.
22.
22's enough. Sure enough, you pull the stiletto from your hair and file through it fairly quickly. None of the other people nearby notice, but the woman, the girl whose hands you freed, sort of spots it because you cut the rope in such a way that it doesn't droop from the person she's tied to, but it droops on her hands as she notices the weight and looks down and then makes eye contact with you, and her eyes get a little bit big.
And I'll just give her a little wink and then just walk away then. And sort of like walk to a different part of the crowd, and then I will sort of I'll be like, oh, my purse is gone, and then sort of like, I think he went that way, and point down the nearest alleyway.
People's heads poke up, the guards nearby stay alert. The guy interviewing Bud doesn't even blink or flinch. He continues his like, and spears.
I'm a good scout. I have a good eye. I am fast and I can stand watch for days. I'm good with the sword and with a polearm.
He
I can
stands
train
up.
people as well.
He stands up and like goes to slap you in the face to test your reflexes. Give me an opposed dex check, Bud.
You should never do that to a fighter, you know? That's like automatic moves. I think I'm 33.
Oh my god, yeah. He botches his attack. You pass yours with flying colors. What did you roll? You rolled a 19 plus 14?
He goes to slap you, but you slap him first.
And he nods approvingly, sitting down and rubbing his jaw because you hit him kind of hard. Meanwhile, the girl that Maya freed bends down to tie her sandal and then like duck walks through the crowd. The other guards are scattered looking about and go chasing after no one in particular. And a few moments later, Maya and the two kids reconvene on a side.
Yeah. He's gonna be like, do.
Badarius, this guy likes the cut of your jib. You know what? I think you're good. I think you got it. Now tell me, what about interpersonal skills? Can you command? Here, I got a test for you. You see those two layabout guards over there? Go see if you can order them to bring me water. Here's your test. You have no legal authority, but if you can convince them it's their job to bring me 2 vases of water, I can sign you on as an officer.
But thinks for a second. And, sure. I'm gonna move to the guards. Slowly walk around them. And casually walk behind them.
They start to, like, take notice that you're circling them and look back at you and kind of turn to face you.
Sorry, I just wanted to see what you have, what I don't have.
What?
Well, and I point at the person sitting at the desk. He just told me that. That sounds funny, but he told me to tell you, because I'm not getting the job, that the first of you 2 who is bringing him a flask of water is actually getting a raise.
What?
And I wanted the commanding job. I don't get it myself.
Give me a charisma check at -4. This is a hard story to sell, that bringing a flask of water will give someone a raise. See it, bud.
Oh, God. Let's go, guys.
Oh,
23?
is that including the -4 already?
Oh, no, wait, no.
Oh, a 19. They look at you and go, what? Flask of water for a raise. What the fuck is this? John, is this another test? Yeah? He failed. Get the fuck out of it. Get it. Shoot, they say, and try and drive you back. And the recruiter is just like shaking his head and like makes a big scratch mark through your name.
Guys, I wanted to be the nice guy to tell you to bring him the water. I see you are not easily tricked, so I tell you to bring him the water, and I'm asking nicely now, please.
Get out of here.
Right, I punched a guy.
Give me a roll to
with 2
hit. You have
attacks.
surprise. You definitely have surprise. I'm surprised. Are you surprised? I'm surprised.
I'm surprised as well.
Are we just channeling Conan now? Next to Campbell's gonna look at you funny and you're gonna knock it.
What's the hit bonus?
For surprise, +1.
Yeah, +1, great. So first attack is 23.
Yeah.
14.
You just gotta grapple each one in one hand while I have the water on them and then walk them over. Because technically, that is enough.
And I'm gonna start poking in his eyes with an eye gouge for 7 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, God, the guard only has, like, D8 plus 2 HP.
Wait. I can hold back my damage not to kill him, so don't worry. I'm not
Okay.
trying to kill anyone.
You're not trying to actually remove his eyes from his skull, right?
No. I'm just trying to make it as hurting. If he passes out, I'm fine. But I'm making it as hurtful as possible.
And your second attack?
Is he unconscious?
He drops to the ground, holding his eyes, going, "Oh, by the love of God, my eyes! Who would do such a thing?"
Nicely. I'm hunting nicely right now. So would you please bring him the water?
The other guard immediately goes to, like, hit you with his weapon in a not non-lethal attack.
Great.
He's gonna try and fucking stab
Great.
you.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm down for that. Please, step away. I have to take that.
A 13 to hit. It just gets caught.
No.
Are you wearing your armor under your desert clothes?
No.
No.
Well, I'm... Well, if I attack him as well, I'm gonna have to carry them both and the water. So,
You can just drag him, you know, as we've established earlier.
Yeah.
Dragging somebody takes a lot less
that's fine.
effort.
well, I guess I'm gonna hit him as well.
All
For
right.
22 to hit.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, guys.
And what form of attack is this?
I'm gonna take a look. 14.
I hope a groin kick. That's my favorite one.
I know. But it's an eye gouge as well, and just immediately jump to the other one.
So it's like,
For
poke,
8 points
poke.
Yeah, for 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
They are both rolling around on the ground, holding their eye sockets, screaming bloody murder.
Interpersonal skills, everybody.
I'm repeating my question. Do you want to carry the water?
I don't even know what the rest of the guards are thinking. Is this like, this guy's being tested and this is hilarious? Or is it like this guy's assaulting guards and he's an actual, like, criminal who needs to be killed? I have no idea. I have no idea.
I'm not using any weapons. I'm not using any weapons, so
That's true.
I'm, you know, I hope I'm kind of...
He's at
I'm
least
just poking him in the
intimidating
brain.
as fuck, because he's pretty big and he just like one-shot 2 people, so you know.
I need to make a... What, do you have a reaction adjust for high charisma or low charisma?
Yeah.
What is
Yeah,
it?
3.
3?
Free.
Okay.
Should be free.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is...
I asked nicely to carry the water, but you're not following orders. How should I proceed?
A couple of other guards had started to run over. When they hear you say this bit about, like, following orders, they slow to a stop and stand, like, at the ready, but not quite attacking, and just listen as these...
Imagined I would have used a weapon. You would have been dead for disobedience.
The first of the guards gets to his feet and starts to, like, raise a finger to you, while the other one, like, starts crawling away in the direction of a nearby well. The guy who gets up, like, waves his finger at you and then tries to turn it into a reverse eye gouge right back at you. With a natural 20 on the attack roll! You can't make this shit
Oh my
up.
God.
And he stabs you in your own eye for 1 point of damage.
Okay. I deserve that. Ow.
I don't even, you just, you know, just keep going. I have nothing. Absolutely.
Okay. We can drink a beer later, so would you please carry the water? I really need the job.
You fucking asshole! You poked me in the eye! No, I'm not carrying your goddamn water! I should be arresting you. In fact, I am gonna arrest you. You're under arrest. Give me your hands, he says as he reaches for the manacles at his side.
But I'm just following orders. You are not following orders. I had the order to... Well...
You know how you can't order me to do anything. You're a civilian. I order you to do things.
I turn around and say, well, I hate it when people don't follow my orders. I don't kill them, but I try to straighten them up. And your troops are really lazy. Sorry to say that.
The guy with the clipboard is just waiting.
So I turn around. You have the authority to arrest me, but if you arrest me and I will get your superior, do you really want me to be angry at you?
What do you mean you'll get my
Really?
superior?
Well, I'm applying for a managing job.
He hesitates, not wanting to make an enemy out of a potential boss. All right, buddy, if you go fetch me a pint of water, I'll let you go with a warning. Otherwise, to the brig with you, he says, being diplomatic.
Fine. I will fetch you a pint of water if you would carry it nicely to him. I will buy you a beer in the inn. You know what? I will buy everyone a beer in the inn.
The other guard comes back now, waddling, carrying a vase of water, and
Good job. Really good. More out of the hips, not the arms.
and the guy who poked you back sort of just stands there confused and not really understanding what's happening to him. You have one vase of water and one confused semi-subordinate? Not quite, but maybe.
Good. So, as your colleague isn't going to fetch the water, do you want to fetch the water for him? Because we're a team and we're all working together. And if one point of the chain breaks, everyone breaks.
We're only as strong as our weakest link, huh? He mutters as he heads back begrudgingly to get another vase of water for you.
Yeah, you're the lazy one, and I look at the other one. I think you need a lot of training.
You need a lot of training, is his retort. His weak retort. And the other guard comes back with another vase of water for you. You have 2 vases of water.
Great. And I return back. Well, 2 vases of water. Sir?
Shit, that was good. All right. We can start you off as a junior lieutenant, I think. Makes some marks and hands you some paper, puts a big stamp on it, and says you are to report to the recruitment offices tomorrow for gearing and training. There, right there. Next! And he waves you
Yes,
past,
sir.
another person comes up. And I think by now the
When I
party
leave,
can...
I give him the eyes. The other one. Look at you. I got you. I see you.
He nods and looks away, trying not to maintain eye contact. And the whole party reconvenes now.
Trying not to make eye contact because he can't. What?
Well, before I reconvene, I think Maya is going to talk to the 2 kids she's just helped out.
Okay. Yep. They're looking at you. The boy says, "Thank you. You saved her."
Now, there is a price for my help. I'm here to acquire something. I will require local expertise in order to make things easier. You in? There might even be some money in it for you. And it'll really piss the guards off.
Okay. What do I
What are
do?
your names, by the way?
The boy says, "I'm Jimmy." And the girl says, "I'm Jane."
My God,
sounds like
Jane the
right.
second. Jimmy and Jane.
Are those their actual names, or are they lying in my
No,
town?
those are their names.
Oh my God! Right. Let me guess. You're
Well,
orphans,
Jane
right?
is a very common.
Super common name, yeah.
Yeah. Let me guess. You're orphans?
No,
No. Oh.
no.
Parents in the family business?
No. Parents are off at war.
So, how long have you 2 been doing this for then?
Couple weeks, month or 2.
Oh my, both of you. Oh dear. Right. Okay. The first thing I'm going to have to do is educate you on the arts of not getting caught. Because otherwise you 2 are not going to last very long. You are terrible at subtlety. So, yes, first things first, educate you 2 so you can actually be of some use to me. Second thing, I need to acquire something. which I can't tell you what it is at the moment until you are more subtle. From the probably the guard captain or the mayor. Probably the guard captain's a good. Do you know anything about the guard captain?
The boy shakes his head, but the girl gives a nod. Yeah.
Male, female, what are they like?
Female. Her name's Deborah.
Is she? Do you know which? Do you know if she prefers men or ladies? Married? Susceptible to flirtation?
I seen her once with one of her subordinates in an alleyway.
Male or female?
Male. They were all leaned up. He was standing behind her, weirdly.
Makes sense, makes sense. Right, she could be a challenge then. What about the gate guards are going to be a heck of a pain. What about the mayor? Whoever's in charge here of the town.
Yeah, I don't know her.
I'll have to do some research. If you find anything out at all about the mayor, though, let me know. But, so yes, I'll need to give you some lessons before we do anything else. But, yes, like I said, I need to acquire something. You two could be very helpful to me.
She speaks
now,
up saying,
though?
well, I owe you. So,
Yes.
whatever you need.
Good, good. We'll hold that thought for now. I need to reconvene with my companions, but meet me here after dusk, and we will begin your lessons.
They will. And they scurry off, and we'll meet you after dusk.
Nice. Right, in which case I'm going to go and reconvene with the fam.
Okay. The fam is gathered together again.
Oh shit, we've got a necker as well.
What?
Look, in chat.
In Twitch chat? There's a NECA?
Yeah, apparently his internet was down.
Oh.
That would be it then. We thought you were dead.
Yeah. I thought you were dead. Well, you are separated from the party at present. Otherwise, I would have you hop in. But you are...
We're down south in the desert. Sorry, we left you hitting the books.
Yep. They're in Pikes Point, and you're in Utel. So we'll
you're gonna
catch
get some
up with
good
you
reading
soon.
done.
I hope you feel better, Neka. That's the important thing.
We hope you feel well.
Are we gonna get a room here?
That seems like a good idea. Sorry, yeah, I'm just going to reconvene and be like, right, well, I have two potential people to help in our little mission, as it were.
I take it we're not going for the key of the mayor, because as far as I can tell, things are pretty chaotic. It's apparently some woman of the Tezrahan family, but...
I don't know, it depends. If the mayor's seducible, the guard captain may or may not prefer men, but is definitely a giant slut, so that's, that's a 50-50.
You, Sarah, you said something about a plan, and I think I might help with that now.
Well, the best... Are you going to explain to us what you did with the guards and everything?
Yes, well, after my little conversation with the guards, I offered my services, and they want to offer me a job as a junior lieutenant. So
that's definitely...
if we could really get the guards sick, or,
Oh, I could help with
away
that.
from the gate,
I could
as a junior lieutenant, I might be the one who might be able to carry the key. Wouldn't that be great?
It's a very good... Yeah.
What if you
But we
see
should-
them doing something they are not supposed to do while they are on guard, and you command them to go back to the barracks and take his place in that time, or her place.
I could just arrange for a very bad case of diarrhea for almost everybody on the guard.
Here's the thing. We can't... If I start ordering people away, and we will be gone in a week or in a couple of days, they will miss me, and sure, report me missing. And one thing might lead to another, so maybe we should try to keep that on the down low a bit.
Well, wouldn't you disappear anyways, no matter what? Or do you want to stay?
Let's keep things as non-suspicious as possible. Also, poison is so much more reliable than orders.
It is. So if I would be handed the key, we could easily take a copy of it.
Oh, indeed. I feel like I should probably arrange for a new, for a second duplicate box as well. I'm pretty sure I can make one easily. It's just a wooden box with some clay in it, right? That's,
So we need to figure out how many guards there are, and how many there are for the gate duty, and how I can weasel my way into that.
Indeed, indeed. What I was thinking was a two-pronged approach. You could approach from the direction of being a guard and trying to get the key that way. I could approach from the more nefarious side, and that way, even if one way doesn't work, we have a backup plan. Also, we can perhaps aid each other in various approaches.
Also, another possibility, if I was to go and present myself as a cleric of Martha who's trying to help, right? Perhaps like cleric tries to help with the wounded and they would take me in, I would probably be the one who would take care of the people who are sick with food poisoning as well.
Genius idea, sister.
Yeah.
Genius idea, yes.
It might take a while longer to get them on their feet.
Yes, definitely. Obviously, we would do something non-lethal, of course, sister.
I expected that, of course.
Yes, definitely. Right, but yeah. So, should we get some sleep and then reconvene? Well, you two get some sleep. You'll need your rest. I have some training to do. Oh God, these two are useless. Dear God, I'm surprised they haven't lost a hand each already. They're just amateurs. Amateurs.
All right, so the party goes down to sleep while Maya slips out to meet with her new found followers or something.
Yeah.
Oh, Maya, could you shave my head?
I'm sorry. What?
I want to look a bit different than I looked before, just so that I'm not that easily.
Do I look like a barber to you?
Sorry. I'm sorry, sister. I'm sorry. Okay,
You know what?
I'm
No,
gonna.
it's fine. It's fine. I'll do
sorry.
it. Hold still, brother. Just grab your head. Just the hair, not the actual head.
Not my head. Thank
I'm
you.
glad you clarified.
Mine's just there, like,
Oh,
so easy to.
my hair, not my beard.
I wasn't going to do your beard. That's. It would be too tempting.
Did you
brother.
see the Johnny Depp movie with the barber? You should have.
I don't remember.
But Sweeney Todd is an old story I've loved for many years. I actually got I actually got my ears pierced for the first time in a barber's called Sweeney Todd's, which was nice.
Were you talking about Edward with the scissor hands?
No, I was talking about Sweetie Todd.
Yeah.
I'll speak to it, okay.
Right. Anyway, so my shaves your head. Is just, are these tattoos, brother?
Yes, they are.
You dark horse. Right. Anyway. Okay. There we go.
I don't know how much Maya knows about thieves, guilds, or organizations, but if she has some outside connections out of Akuba, she might notice that they are related to an outlast guild of
Would Maya know that?
thieves.
Yeah, Maya, you would recognize some symbols in his tattoos that are related to this broad-reaching and sort of decentralized network of thieves and rogues that dominates Drekis and sort of has feelers out in other parts of the area.
Brother, you are a dark horse, aren't you? Have you been a naughty boy?
I said I had some altercations and some things that happened that happened in Outlast. No, I wasn't always a good guy.
You're never allowed to have a go at me for being me again, all right? I'm just going to slap you around the... So just give you sort of like a friendly-ish slap around the back of the head and head on out. Like...
All right. You leave Bud behind and meet up with your two companions, your two people.
Mm-hmm. My minions. They're my minions.
Your minions. I like it.
All right then, children. Good evening. How are you?
Good evening, they say in unison.
Oh, please, this isn't school. Anyway, right. So, the first thing I should teach you is the art of not being seen.
How do you do that?
Easy, and I will sort of demonstrate how to stand to not be noticed, how to not be noticed in the crowd, like the right colors to wear, sort of like don't wear black, it outlines you. Blues, greys, reds, much better in sort of like the dark.
All right,
give me outline.
Give me a charisma check to represent how well you can impart knowledge to these children, and they will make intelligence checks to see how well they can learn.
Okay. 23.
Ooh,
Come on,
good.
kid, don't be dumb.
Yeah, they pass their checks, and they seem to be picking up what you're putting down. And you can work with them for the evening on these things. Is there something specific you wanted to do, or just like general instructions?
So basically, it's going to be like stealth and how to pick pockets, because they're obviously super bad at that. So yeah, stealth, pickpocketing, observation, that kind of thing. Just generally how to be useful hench people, if you know what I mean,
Yeah. I get what you mean. Okay. Great. You can spend the night working with them, and at some point, as you're practicing things and instructing them, you'll notice a group of guards coming down the street towards you, and one of the kids will whisper, "There's a curfew on. We're not supposed to be out."
Right. Hide.
All right. I want you to make me a hide check. You have at least some time to do it, not a lot, so let's give you a +2 for the amount of cover and a +2 for the quality of cover, and it is soft light, so that's a spot modifier. Okay, so a +4 for your check, and the kids will make them at +4 as well. Wow, natural 20 for the girl, and a 13 +4 is 17 plus whatever his stats are, definitely brings above 21 for the boy. And the guards are passively searching, so their modifiers are halved and they don't spot you. So you guys are in the alleyway and immediately dive behind various sources of cover as this patrol of guards walk on through, chatting about the events of the day. Clearly talking about the guy that came in and started poking people in the eyes and got promoted to a lieutenant for poking people. What sort of army are they running here? If that guy poked me in the eyes, you know what I'd do? I'd take a spade and shove it right up it. And the other guy goes, "No, he's an officer now. You can't say that sort of thing. He'll cut your hands off." And by then they're out of the conversation or out of earshot.
So yeah, once they're out of earshot, I'll just I think you just passed the first night's test. Yes, good job, both of you. Go get some rest. Meet me at the inn up the road tomorrow, and we will. You might want to. I'm going to say to the girl, you might want to change your appearance a little as well, just in case the guards are looking for you.
Got it.
Would you like a hand with that?
No, I got it, I think.
You sure?
She pulls a small knife and starts like taking chunks of her hair and just like removing them, giving her, instead of like, you know, just past shoulder long blonde hair, like this pockets of long and short all over the place. It's sort of messy. And her brother comes up and like cleans it up just a little bit, but it's pretty ugly and tattered and ratty. But definitely different.
Extreme, but yes, that works. All right, well, anyway, good job. Good night. I'll see you in the morning.
All right.
And I will head back to the hotel and tavern and get some goddamn sleep.
Excellent. The next day, do you have a plan to enact during the daytime? In fact, why don't we take our last break here, and when we come back, we will enact our plan, and hopefully we can finish the plan this session so Neka can play with us next week. We'll be right back on the other side with more Akuban Nights.